Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I would do something a little bit more chill. I have been needing to organize my makeup collection for a while now. I have some new makeup that I have to add, and I also really need to declutter a few things. So I thought I would do that today. I'm sorry I'm not looking very glamorous, but yeah, as I said, I wanted to keep it very chill. So I plan on organizing and decluttering my blushes, highlighters, and bronzers today. So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. Alright, so this is what my makeup vanity is currently looking like. So I'm going to declutter my highlighters and bronzers, which are right there, and then also my blushes. And also all that makeup over there needs to be thrown into those drawers as well. So let's get started on that. So this right here is all my new makeup or makeup that I've been using and that I need to add to my makeup collection again. Alright, so in here I keep all of my bronzers, which I keep here in the back, and then I have all my highlighters right here. So let's start by decluttering a few things so that I can add the makeup over there. Let's start off with the bronzers I have here in the back. So I have a Tarte bronzer, which is pretty old, but I think it is still good to go, so I'm keeping that. Then I have my Milani Baked bronzer, which is pretty new, so I'm keeping that as well. I don't think I'm going to declutter a lot. I do need to get rid of a few things, but mostly I always buy my makeup myself, so all of this makeup is just stuff that I really wanted. So yeah. Then I have my Too Faced bronzer, Physicians Formula, which is one of my favorites. Then I also have this Catrice one. This is one of my favorites at the drugstore. Then I have this one by Catrice, which I also use a lot as well, but I think I'm going to declutter this one because I haven't touched it in a while. I don't know, it's very light and I haven't touched it in a while, so I will get rid of that. Then I have my Urban Decay Beach bronzer, which again is one of my favorites. Tarte Park Ave Princess, which I got in an Ipsy bag. This is a sample size, but I really love this bronzer. And then I have my e.l.f. Pressed Mineral bronzer. Now I do want to declutter this, but I want to save it to film a e.l.f. one brand tutorial. So for now it is staying in my collection, but once I film that tutorial, I will get rid of that. Alright, and then here I have more bronzers. The Essence Luminous Matte Bronzing Powder, again one of my favorites. The P2 Sunshine Finish, yeah, I'm keeping that as well. The Essence Shading Powder is not one of my favorites, so I am going to declutter this. And then I have the Essence, the little Christmas Factory Contour Palette. Now I never use this, but I don't want to throw it away because it is so pretty. So yeah, I'm going to keep that. Then I have my P2 Retro Repeats. Again, something I rarely use, but I'm keeping it for the packaging. I mean, look at how beautiful it is. Then I have my Max & More highlighter. This is a really good affordable option. So this is what that looks like. And then I have my Recon Cosmetics bronzer, which I haven't really played around with that much, so I want to keep using this. Alright, and then I have one bronzer to add, and this is the Benefit Hoola bronzer. Now this is not cruelty free, but I'm trying to use it up, so I'm going to add it right here. And then I also have a few bronzers right here that I want to add. So I have my NARS Laguna bronzer, which again is not cruelty free, but I am going to use it up, so I'm adding it with my bronzers. And then I have two more bronzers right here. So I have a big one of the Hoola, which again I need to use up because it's not cruelty free, but it is a really good bronzer, so I'm going to add that in here. And then I also have the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte bronzer, which I got as a like Sephora Point Perk, and again I am going to keep this, so I'm putting it right there. Alright, so let's move on to highlighters. I first have two palettes right here, which I'm going to keep both of them because they're amazing. I love my Tarte ones, so I'm keeping that. I have two of my Laura Mercier ones, which again are some of my favorites. Then I have this Colourpop one, which is in the shade Lunch Money. Now I do want to swatch it and see if it's not all dried out, but I don't think so. Yeah, that is definitely still good to go. I have my Pixi by Petra, what is this called? Beauty Blush Duo, but I use this more as a highlighter, and I really love this, so again I'm going to keep it. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job at getting rid of stuff, but we'll get there, trust me. So then I have this e.l.f. Baked Blush in the shade Pinktastic, which is more of a highlighter. And again, I'm keeping this to use in that one brand tutorial, but after that I think I'm going to declutter this as well because again, it's just not something I grab for a lot. So that is it right here. Then I have my Catrice highlighter, which I really love. Then I have the Essence Mary Berry highlighter powder. I think I really love this as well, plus it is limited edition, so I'm definitely keeping that. Then I have this Catrice highlighting powder in the shade Champagne Campaign, again a really good one. Then I have this one, which is by Catrice, and it's called Caviar Gauche. I don't really like this, it's a little bit too powdery for me, and the color is not something I grab for a lot. There's a lot of shimmer in it, so I'm going to declutter that. Then I have my P2 Professional Perfect Face All Over Illuminator. I really like this, and it is a great drugstore highlighter, so keeping that as well. Then I have the Essence Strobing Highlighter in the shade Let It Glow. Now I don't remember if I like this or not, so let's give it another swatch. Yeah, no, I don't like this. This is way too powdery and dry, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Then I have the Catrice Strobing Duo Highlighter in the shade Strobing Supreme. I really love this one, so again keeping that. Then I have my Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter, and this is in the shade Golden Lights. Now, if I remember correctly, this has a yellow undertone, which is why I don't really grab this. Yeah, this has a really yellow undertone, which I'm not a big fan of, so I'm going to declutter this one. Although I really love the formula, it's really pigmented and soft, I just don't really like this color. Then I have my Heart Candy Highlighter in the shade Tiki. I really love this one, so I'm going to keep that. And then I also have my Physicians Formula highlighter, which again is a really good one. Alright, so then I have these three highlighters to add to my collection. So this one is by Cathy Doll. I got this in Thailand, so I'm going to add it right here. Then I also have the Fenty Beauty highlighter, and then this one I'm going to add right here, I think. Then lastly I have the ColourPop Luster Dust Loose Powder highlighter, and this is in the shade Junomi, or however you want to pronounce that. And I am going to put this right here if I have the room for it. Yeah, just like that. And then these are my all-time favorite highlighters, so I'm not going to declutter any of them. If you're wondering, these organization units, I got them from by Allegory on Amazon. But yeah, I have my Too Faced, ColourPop, Becca, I have some LA Girl right here, MAC, which is not cruelty free, but again trying to use it up. I have a long way to go. ABH, Milani, Essence, Pixie, Chue, Urban Decay, and Lorac. But again, I love these, so I'm going to keep them. Then I also have a few cream products that I want to add. So I have my Recon highlighting stick, my Catrice highlighter drops. I have the sample one by Urban Decay. What else? A Catrice one, Elf, Tarte. And then I also have my Fenty Beauty Matchsticks Trios. And then also this, which is a highlighting stick. So I'm thinking of how I'm going to add these. I might push this back a little bit and then add them right here. Alright, and now we're done with the highlighters and bronzers. In the next drawer, I keep all of my blushes. Josie! Joss! Alright, so I have no idea how to start here. I might just take everything out and then start putting it back in. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so let's start with what I want to keep in the bag. I have my two Benefit blushes, which I love both of these, but they're not cruelty free. But again, I want to use them up. They're really great blushes and I paid a lot of money for them, so I'm going to keep these. Then I have a few MAC blushes, but these are all limited edition. So again, I don't know why, but I can't seem to get rid of these. And plus, they're also really pretty shades. This is one of my favorite blushes. But yeah, MAC is not cruelty free, so I just want to use these up. Actually, this doesn't really look good. I think this one might be expired, so I'm getting rid of this one, which is called Launch Away. It was a limited edition blush. I don't think it is good, so I'm going to get rid of that. Then I also have the Maybelline Cheeky Glow, which is in the shade Creamy Cinnamon. This is a really beautiful shade, but again, Maybelline is not cruelty free, so I'm going to put it on top of my vanity to try and use it up. Then I also have two NARS blushes, which are also not cruelty free. So this one is in the shade Madly, which used to be one of my favorites. And then I also have the shade Daydream, which looks like this. I do want to keep them both, but again, they're not cruelty free, so I'm going to put them in the bag. I have two Gosh blushes. I love this shade. I think it's called Flower something. I really love this one, but I never grabbed this one, so I'm going to get rid of this one, which is called Pink Pie. But I am going to keep this one, so I'll put it in the bag as well. And I have this Illamasqua blush in the shade Naked Rose, which looks like this. This used to be one of my favorite blushes. So as it's swatched right here, it actually looks a lot like the MAC one I got rid of. So I'm going to keep this one and put it right in the back as well. So I have 4 of these e.l.f. blushes, but I don't really use every single one of them, so I want to go through all of these. I have Pink Passion, which looks like this. Then I have Mellow Mauve, which, yeah, this used to be one of my favorites. Then I have Candid Coral, which looks like this. This used to be a dupe for NARS Orgasm, I think. And then I have Tickled Pink, which looks like this. I think I'm going to keep Tickled Pink and Mellow Mauve because these are shades I would grab a lot. And then I am going to get rid of these two because I never ever use these. Actually, I might keep Candid Coral. I am going to get rid of this really hot pink shade. I have this blush by Max & More, which is a really pretty shade, and I am going to keep it, but I'm going to put it in the bag because I don't really grab it that often. Then I have this blush by the brand Oddbow in the shade Cookie Blusher, which I am going to keep because I love the packaging and I really love this shade as well. Then I have a blush by Wecon in the shade in the shade Dark Rose, which looks like this. I don't really own a lot of colors like this, so I am going to keep it. And Wecon is a really good brand as well. It is an Italian brand if I'm not mistaken. Then I have this Intuit blush in the shade Plum Pearl, which I do want to keep as well. This is an Asian brand, by the way. And then I have another Asian brand. This is Cute Press in the shade, it's not on there, but this is what that shade looks like. Again, going to keep it because the packaging is so cute. Then I'm also going to add my H&M blush, and this is in the shade Tawny Peach, which is such a beautiful shade. So I'm going to add that in here if I still have room. Yep. Alright, moving on to the next row. I have this MUA Makeup Academy blusher in the shade number 1. I never ever use this, so I think I'm going to get rid of this. And then I have all these Essence and Catrice blushes. So let's go through these as well. Lights of Orient, this was limited edition, so I'm keeping this. The Sun Club All Over Bronzing Highlighter is just, I don't know, this has a lot of sentimental value to me, so I am going to keep it. Then I have 3 limited edition Catrice blushes, which I can't get rid of these. I don't know why, but I just can't, so I am going to keep all of those. Then I have one Catrice Light and Shadow Contouring Blush in the shade Flamingo in Santo Domingo, which is a really pretty coral shade, so keeping that. Then I have these 2 sleek blushes. This is in the shade Life's a Peach, and then this one is in the shade Suede. So this is a shade that's right up my alley, so I'm definitely going to keep that. This one I might not wear as often, but it is something that I don't own besides this one, so I am going to keep it so that I have a few shade options to choose from. I have this Pupa blush in the shade 107, which I love this formula, so I'm going to keep it. I have 2 NYX blushes. This is Soft Spoken, and then this one is Hamptons. Again, I really love the formulas of these, so I have another Asian brand. This is the brand U-Tip in the shade Blossom Peach. Such a pretty shade, and the packaging is also adorable. I have a P2 blush in the shade Touch of Peach. Love these kinds of shades, so keeping that as well. I have a Flower Beauty blush in the shade Flower Pot, no, Sweet Pea, which looks like this. Such a pretty blush. Again, love this one so much. Then I have this Jordana blush, which I'm not the biggest fan of. It's a bit patchy, so I am going to get rid of it. And then I have this EX1 blush, which I absolutely adore. This is what that shade looks like. It is freaking stunning. And then I have this Lollipop blusher in the shade number 2, which is again an Asian brand, but I love this blush, so again, keeping that. Alright, moving on, I have another blush that's an Asian brand. This is by the brand Melinda. This is such a pretty shade as well, so keeping that. Then I have another one, again an Asian brand. The packaging, first of all, is super adorable, but but the blush itself is also really pretty, and I don't really own a lot of pink blushes. Then I have a Colourpop Super Shock Chic in the shade Between the Sheets. Now I don't know if this is dried out. It is. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this, which it is a beautiful shade, but I don't really grab it a lot and it is dried out. Then I have these Kiko blushes. This one is in the shade 06, which is a gorgeous shade, and also formula, so keeping that. And then I have these two by Kiko, which look like this, and again I'm going to keep them both because I love these so much. Then I have this Terra Naturi blush and also my Hot Makeup blush, which are both some of my favorites. Then I have my 3 Milani Baked blushes, which no way in hell I'm getting rid of those. I love these. So I have the shade Berry Amore, Dolce Pink, and Luminoso. Then I have these Catrice blush palettes. Again, I think I'm going to keep all of them because I haven't really worn these a lot and I do want to get more use out of them. Then I have my Kiko blush duo in the shade Silky Rose and Mauve. I freaking love this so much. Also the packaging, it looks like a chocolate, so yeah. Then I have my The Balm blushes. So I have Cabana Boy, which is one of my favorites, Down Boy, which looks like this, and then an Instain in the shade Argyle, which looks like this. So I'm going to add these here in the back. Alright, moving on, I have all of these Essence blushes. So I have the Essence Mosaic blushes. This is in the shade Kissed by the Sun, which is one of my favorite Essence blushes. Then I have one in the shade All You Need Is Pink, and this one in the shade Miss Floral Coral. Then I have these Illuminating blushes, and this one is a powder blush that was limited edition, and I really love this shade, so keeping that. And then these right here, I think I'm going to get rid of this one, which is in the shade Kiss Me Ken, and I am going to keep both of these. And then I have some more Essence and Catrice blushes. I have the Silky Touch blushes, which are really old, so I don't think I'm going to keep them. But let's see what else I have. I have these Satin Touch blushes, which are some of my favorites again, so I am going to keep these. And then I think I'm going to get rid of the Matte Touch blush and these two Silky Touch blushes. Actually, I might keep the Silky Touch blushes. And then I have this limited edition Essence one, which again, I can't get rid of because it is limited edition, so going to keep that. Moving on, I have all of these Wet n Wild blushes. So this one is the old packaging and this one is the new packaging. So I have Rosé Champagne, Apricot in the middle, Mellow Wine, Hello Silk, and Pearlescent Pink, which I am going to keep all of these because I love Wet n Wild blushes. Then I have these two Milani blushes. Again, love these so much. And then I have this limited edition Catrice blush, which does take up a lot of space, but it is a beautiful shade. Then I have this Natasha Denona blush duo in the shade number 16. I grab this blush so often, so yeah, I'm going to keep it as well. It also smells really good. I have my Too Faced blush, which is again one of my favorites. No way in hell I'm getting rid of this. Then I also have my Pupa blush, which is so freaking beautiful. Then I have an Alverde blush, Lorac, and I have my Becca blush in the shade Snapdragon, which is a gorgeous shade. It is really unique, and I don't really own a lot of blushes like this, so yeah. This is an H&M blush, which I might keep it, I don't know. I'll keep it for now. Then I have this Physicians Formula blush, which is so pretty. This is in the shade Rose. And then I have another blush by Physicians Formula, which is absolutely stunning. This is in the shade Rose as well, but it is the Argan Infused one. This smells really good. Then I have a Sonia Kashuk blush and an e.l.f. blush, which again, I love these. And then I have my Tarte blushes. I am going to keep all of these because I love the Tarte blushes, so I'm going to add them in here. And then I have a few blushes to add, so I have all of these. This is one of the newer Physicians Formula blushes. I love this formula. So, and then I have this blush by The Bakery. I have this one, which is a mini blush. Then I have this and also this blush. So where should I add all of these? I might add this right here. Alright, so I think I'm done with my blushes as well. I'm really happy with how organized and clean it looks. And I'm also really happy I got rid of a few blushes. So yeah. So this is everything I ended up decluttering. So I think that was a pretty good success. I got rid of a few things and everything looks nice and clean again. So yeah. Alright, so that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and decluttering my makeup collection with me. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up so that I know to film more of these. I definitely want to film more declutter videos, so definitely let me know if you like this kind of video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I don't think I have anything else to say except that I love you guys, and I will see you in a couple of days in my next video. Bye!